Hello and welcome to the Races TV. Let's check out the program of racing coming up in South Australia this week. Starting on Saturday at Morphettville with a feature race on the program. It's the Grand National Steeplechase. Next Wednesday we go racing at Gawler, and on Thursday we're back up north to Port Augusta. Well, one of the South Australian stars, Melbourne bound for a spring campaign, is Happy Trails. Paul Beshara, his trainer, with us. Paul, you would have been delighted with his run last week in the Spring Stakes, first up at Morphettville.
Yes, Terry, excellent run. Excellent. Hit the line very hard. Very hard. Didn't have any luck, but, we'll move forward from there.
And, of course, remember back to the Spring of Melbourne last year where you won a Group 1 with the horse, won the Emirates?
Yes, he had 6 runs for he had 6 races. He won a Group 3, Group 2 and a Group 1.
Not a bad record. What's the plan with him this time, Paul?
Well, would have been like to have had the same, but we'll start off with a Group 1 this time in the Memsies.
All right, and his ultimate goal in Melbourne this spring?
Cox Plate. He's definitely the Cox Plate. He's worked now. He's really dowered. He's a 2,000 metre horse.
And he travels to Melbourne when, Paul?
He'll go over on the 29th. We'll leave here on the 29th, and he'll race on the 31st at Caulfield in the Memsies.
A jockey for him that day?
Well, no, nothing definite at this stage. Nothing definite at this stage.
All right. Any chance we'll see Damien Oliver back on the horse in the spring?
Damien will ride him in the Dardo. Definitely ride him in the Dardo. And then more than likely he'll stay with him for the rest of his campaign.
Paul, good luck for the spring campaign.
Thank you very much, Terry. Thank you.
Well, continuing our look at South Australia's Spring Stars, Miracles of Life back at the track on Monday morning at the trials, and Daniel Clarken, her trainer. Daniel, we saw something very special again on Monday morning from this amazing little filly.
We did, Terry. It was great to see her back on the public arena, and what she did, she trialled. I couldn't ask her to trial any better. It was fantastic.
And she had the people really coming through the gates just to come to a trial session. People that normally don't turn up were there to have a look at this filly.
Quite amazing. Yeah, I let her out on the track and then looked back at the grandstand and walked up the grandstand. It was great to see people there just come to see her. It was fantastic.
I guess after a wonderful 2-year-old campaign, culminating with her win in the Blue Diamond, you always have that worry, will they come back as a 3-year-old? On what we've seen so far and on what you've seen from her on the track, no doubts at the moment?
I've got no doubts. I didn't have any doubts leading when I brought her back in. I think people put doubts in your mind, but look, she's grown, she's developed, and she's always had a motor, so she can only get a little bit better, I reckon.
So her first start is in Melbourne on the 31st of August?
That's correct, yeah. She'll go to the McNeil Stakes. That's over 1,200. They're going to take on the boys, but we're happy enough to do that. She's probably going to get weighted the same as the colts, whereas she went to the fillies, she's going to get probably 3-4 kilos more than the fillies. So we're happy enough to take on the colts, 1,200 first up. That's hence the good trial on Monday. We'll take on that. And then, we've got 2 options. We can either go to the 1,000 guineas prelude and see if she's going to run the mile, or we can just take a step back and head towards sort of Cormore or you never know, the Manikato. No.
Yeah, look, it's such an exciting time. I can see the excitement on your face there, Daniel. It was fantastic to see her in action, even though it was only the trials on Monday morning. I got a buzz out of just calling her, so, mate, good luck in Melbourne, hey?
Yeah, you did get a buzz out of calling her. I noticed that. It was great. Yeah, it was great to see her back on track, and it was good to see her in Adelaide, and it was good to see the people come and watch the trial.
A big thank you to our special guests, Paul Beshara and Daniel Clarken, and we certainly wish them well with both Happy Trails and Miracles of Life in their Melbourne campaigns. Okay, Morphettville on Saturday. Let's have a look at the fields for, well, firstly, race number 3, the feature race on the program, the Grand National Steeplechase. Already a scratching in the race, a field of 9. Disappointing no South Australians for the race, and disappointing Amy Herman, by the way, who might have been our lone chance of participating in the race. She had a fall at Strathalbyn on Wednesday. We wish Amy a speedy recovery, broken collarbone and a suspected broken wrist. But as you can see, the weights are headed by Zaman, backing up after running 3rd in the Grand National Hurdle last week behind Dubdara. Other good chances in the race, Chaparro, Jervois and July Lad. And we'll also have a look at race number 7 on the program. Looks a pretty even sort of a race. The Victorians there, Charmed Harmony and Black Bar, both sure to run well. Savvy Smokin's been going well, and I've got a feeling Grey Mustang's just about ready to win for Richard Jolly. Hope you've enjoyed the program. We'll see you again next week.
There's nothing like a day at the races.